Dear friends, we are here to write a letter to God. A letter to God is a story written by Mr. G L Fuentes, a very classical, beautiful story at that. It is a story about a farmer who does everything possible for on his side to ensure that he gets a good harvest. But at the end, due to some unforeseen circumstances, he has to lose, the crop gets devastated. Then he has only one hope, God. So he writes a letter to God. What happens next? We'll see once we go past to the story. Okay, it's a very beautiful story. A lot of good words have been used and a lot of beautiful phrases have been used. So one should be able to get maximum out of the lesson. Okay. Now let's start the lesson. Well, it's a letter to God. Don't confuse. It's not a letter to dog. Well, there might be people who write letters to dog also, but I don't know. I've not seen that. But even if you write a letter, what will you do with it? You cannot deliver it to the dog. Well, even if you deliver it to the dog, what will the dog do? It cannot read and write, isn't it? Well, I've seen people making the dogs do most of the things, every other thing, but not reading and writing. Well, if all it can be done, it's a news to me. But at present, I think it's very difficult for you to get the letter, dog read the letters. Okay. Now this is a letter to God. Yeah, it's a little confusing for us also, isn't it? A letter to God also is very difficult to write. If you write also, how will you deliver it to the God? Well, if somebody has to deliver, he has to go to the God. Where is the God? In heaven or sky? How will you write out to the person who is there in the sky? You have to die, or you have to make some other die and then take it to the heavens. But still, we do not have to argue much about that. As a story, well, we'll ask questions if at all they are there, and we'll get clarified for whatever doubts we have. Okay, now we'll start the lesson. Well, every lesson starts with the house, isn't it? Most of the story starts with the house. Now the house, where is the house? It's in the valley. See, the only one in the entire valley. This house is the only one in the entire valley. You know, valley is a place, or is a place where a lot of fauna are there, forests are there, lakes, ponds, and many other such things are there. It's a depression between the two mountains. I mean, the place between the two mountains is normally called as a valley, and the valleys are normally very beautiful. If you want to see, you see the Kashmir Valley. It's filled with a lot of flowers, fauna, beautiful trees, beautiful animals can be found there. Okay, well, this is the only house in the entire valley. It's sat in the crest of a low hill. Where is it? It's in the crest of a low hill. A hill is there, and the top of the hill, this particular mountain, this particular thing is there. Then from this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with the flowers that always promise a good harvest. Now this farmer has grown a lot of things, no? And from the place, from the crest of the hill, you could see the river and the field of ripe corn. Corn normally used in many dishes. It's almost there in almost all the dishes. It will be eaten in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, and also in the night. This particular, you could see the river and the field of ripe corn, almost ready to harvest. Okay, dotted with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. Isn't it? The only thing the earth needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. There are two things. One is a downpour, and another is shower. Downpour means coming down at a pouring at a very high speed. Shower is sprinkles of water will be there. So if you get a downpour, it's very good. If you if you get a shower, it's okay, not bad, because you are making the plant survive for some more days, and then whenever the rain comes next, probably the crop will become better. Now, throughout the morning, Lenjo, who knew his fields intimately, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. This friend has done all his job, has put all his efforts to ensure that there is a standing beautiful crop is there. What he is requiring now is, throughout the day, what is he doing? Loncho, he is a person who is very meticulous and very hardworking. What was he? Who knew the fields intimately. Now he is the person who has been moving around the place, verifying whether crops are coming up well, whether insects are there, insecticides are there, weeds are there, which are removed. He knows the place very intimately, very closely. Okay, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. From the morning, he's seeing the sky at the northeast. Why? because he thinks that the rain from the northeast rains come. Okay, and they have good knowledge about the farmers. Maybe because of the experience that they have been doing for a good number of years, they'll be knowing, having very good knowledge about this monsoon, this rains and clouds, things of that sort. Now we are really going to get some water. He says to his wife, "We're going to get water very soon. Means it's going to rain." Now the woman was preparing supper. Super. The woman who was preparing supper replied, "Yes, God willing." The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, "Come for dinner." They were called for dinner. During dinner time, what happens? It was during the meal that just as Lencho had predicted, what happened? Big drops of rain began to fall. Now, in the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. Well, he had predicted it's going to rain. It's nice that it's going to rain. Huh? Okay. Mountains of clouds. See the poet saying it's been huge of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. What was the air? Fresh and sweet. Well, we are in an unpolluted area in a valley where there are no industries, there are no pollutants. Obviously, air will be clean. But what about sweet? I don't know whether the air will be sweet, but he's telling that air is good, condition is good. Okay? The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Well, have you ever been in the rain? Have you ever enjoyed the rain, soaked yourself in the rain? At least when the rain comes first, well, hereafter you do that. It's so good, you will enjoy, it will be very exhilarating, you will be happy forever. Okay? And since the farmer knew, he went to soak himself in the rain. And when he returned, he exclaimed. When he returned from the rain, soaking from the rain, what did he do? He exclaimed, these aren't raindrops falling from the sky. These aren't raindrops falling from the sky. Then what is it? What it is? They are new coins. Imagine. The big drops are 10 cents pieces and the little ones are 5. He is comparing the rainwater to the dollars, cents or the money. He is valuing every drop of it. Big drops are of 10 cents and the smaller ones are 5 cents. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers. He was happy. We saw that our flowers are very well bloomed, so it would be helpful for them to harvest. Okay? But suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. Suddenly, what happened? Big wind is coming, and rainfall is coming, and what happened? Along with the wind, hailstones are coming. Hailstones, very, very dangerous thing for the agriculture or horticulture. Because of that, they will come crashing, and the crop will be damaged to a great extent. Now, that's going to happen. Okay. These truly did resemble new silver coins. What is he telling? These particular raindrops are like new silver coins. Okay. When we had to blow along with the boys exposing themselves to the rain ran out to collect the frozen pearls. He's comparing the drops to frozen pearls. The hailstones. Well, if I'm a visitor, I'll be enjoying it. But if I'm a farmer, I'm going to say, please do not need these pearls. You keep it with yourself. It's really getting bad now. The farmer says. Exclaimed the man. I hope it passes quickly. But what happens? It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. See, the farmer the author is telling, where did the rain fall? Almost every place. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. How is the field looking? As if it's covered with salt. That's bad. You might enjoy. I say, tourists, if you go there, you'll be very happy. You will take a lot of photographs and come. But here, farmer is losing everything. Okay? Not a leaf remained on the trees. The corn was totally destroyed. Not a leaf is there in the tree. And the corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants. Where are the flowers? Without flowers, how can you harvest? What fruits will you get? Okay, they're destroyed. They're not there. Lenchu's soul was filled with sadness. Lenchu's soul was filled with sadness. Anybody's soul would have filled with sadness. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, "A plague of locusts would have left more for us." He says, "Locusts, because the grasshoppers, they would attack. They would have definitely destroyed the field, but they would have left something for us. But here, nothing is left." That night was sorrowful one. The hail had nothing. This year we have no corn. That night was a sorrowful one. All our work for nothing. There's no one who can help us. We'll go hungry this year. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was single hope, help from God. Now these people are very God-fearing people, God-loving people. In the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house, in the middle of the valley, there was single hope, help from God. The family members who are residing in this single valley, so I mean, so single house which is present in the valley, they had lost everything, but they are having one hope, help from God. Don't be upset, even though it seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. Don't be upset. He tells his children, okay? That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. They say no one dies of hunger. This is a famous most of priests or the churches they say, okay? Now to the night, Manchu thought only of one help from God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is the deep in one's conscience. What's being told is that don't worry, God will be there. He has eyes which can see everything, even what is there in your conscience. Lenchu was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. Lenchu is not an uneducated or illiterate person. These days farmers are equally well read. Okay, don't think that their ignorance or innocence. They have very good knowledge of work. Okay, he was very hardworking, and what he thought was he would write. Okay, the following Sunday at daybreak he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. Well, see, he's in a village. He has to take the help of the people in the city or the postman or post office. Okay, he has to get it done from there only. He can send the mail from there only. If you want to send a mail to somebody, you have to give it to the post office. Okay, these days you don't send such letters. Obviously, you write mails only. But those were the days where when you should pay to the post office, stamp would be bought, and then they would give graphics on the cover, and the cover would be delivered to the concerned person. Okay. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm. What he says is, well, God, I have lost everything. You have seen it. I have done my job. Now it's up to you to rescue us. I need 100 pesos to sow the field and then grow it and then do after my house for the next 1 year. Okay, now one of them. Now, at the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it in the mailbox. Okay, that's how it works, isn't it? Now, what's the mailbox? One of the employees who was a postman and who helped at the post office went to his boss, laughing heartily, and showed him the letter to God. Well, the postman took the letter and went to the happy, with a smile on his face, goes to the postmaster and says, "Sir, this is the letter we have received. What do we do with this?" Okay. Letter to God. He in his career, he has never seen, have the address in his mind and never had gone there. So this is a special case for him. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable person. Also, postmaster is good. Probably the boss of the boss of that particular office. He's the one who what he does. He also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on the desk, commented. What did he do? He was also smiling, he was also laughing, but he's having a duty to do this thing, isn't it? So he has to be serious, and so he was wondering, what faith? I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting up a correspondence with God. That's a funny thing, he says. So, in order to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea. What? Answer this letter. Now it has been referred to the God. Now what? God should reply, isn't it? So he thought, okay, let me help. I'll write something soothing in this letter. He didn't even expect that there would be something else inside. Okay. But when he opened it, he was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill. Just writing a letter, it's not. That was not the case. He has to do something more than the goodwill. Okay. Then he had goodwill, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. This is an act of charity. You're helping somebody, isn't it? Now he gave some money from his salary. He requested the employees to contribute, and they also contributed. And then everybody who was thought that it was an act of charity and gave the money. Okay, it was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos. 100 pesos he could not collect. Okay, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. Okay. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho, and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature, God. He had written nothing, kept the money, and in the signature, God. That's all. Okay. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. Obviously, he was very confident, and so he came and asked for a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who was performed a good deed, looked on from his office. What is the postmaster doing? He was expecting something good. He's done a great job, a beautiful job, a helpful job, an act of charity, and so he expected some rewards. I mean, good expressions from the particular person. Okay, but that was not to be. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. He saw the money and he was not surprised at all. But such was his confidence. But he became angry when he counted the money. And he counted money. How much is there? 70 pesos. Now on the God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. Now why will the God keep lesser amount? He had requested and he would have given entire amount, isn't it? No. Immediately Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. Again he's going to write a letter. Okay. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of this brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. Now, when he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the cover, the envelope, with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reaching me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. I need 100 pesos, not any one penny less than that. Okay. Now he was very unhappy, and so he wrote back to the God, and he will send me the rest also. But don't send it to the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lencho. Post office people are a bunch of crooks. Well, understand how these people had helped him, but unfortunately he thinks they cheated him. Well, this is the story. I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and I'm sure there will be no doubts in this regard. I wish you all the best. Okay.